they're kind of working hard. You know, this is kind of the point on offense. There's a lot of things in, and all the details start to run together, which means it's not detailed at all. And sometimes the defense can survive on just pure effort and not be as detailed. But defense had a good day today, and offense got to clean up some things.
So you talked about the offensive line as a unit, how they're doing.
We're making progress. We got some young guys that are going to be in there playing, and so every day really matters. And they got talent, and they're getting better. And really excited about the future with those guys. I don't know if the future's tomorrow, or the next week, or the next month, but we like them.
How far out had you kind of seen this coming with Dexter and the knee and everything?
Yeah, so we were certainly prepared for it. I don't know if he was, but just, it's interesting how sometimes these things go. Sometimes guys have multiple surgeries, and you can kind of get them through them. Sometimes guys have one surgery, and the knee just doesn't hold up. And so he's been struggling with that knee for quite a while now. And, it's a hard day. It's a hard day for him. It's a hard day for us. He's really a football guy. This thing's really, really important to him. And so when that day comes faster than you think it's going to, that can be a hard day.
3 or 4 offensive linemen in the last few years here that have had to call it quits early due to injury.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can do to manage the injury risk at that position maybe a little more than in the past?
Yeah. That's a good question. I think we look at all those different things. It's a tough position. Those guys are pounding on each other a lot. Those knees in general, I don't know if they're really made for football. So you gotta have a little luck going along there. Like I said, I've seen some pretty significant knee injuries. The guys have been fine. And then you have some things that are kind of slight, and it just throws the knee off. The patella tendons aren't tracking right, and those type of things. It's just a constant battle.
You mentioned the young guys. Trey Adams getting a lot of work.
Yeah.
With the twos there at left tackle. What do you like about some of the stuff he's done? He's been in a couple of skirmishes, I think, early too. And it seems like that makes it up.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not really into the skirmishes, but
I mean, you like the attitude.
Yeah. I mean, he's a competitor, and he's got a lot of talent. There's no question about it. And so, just keep forcing the issue and see what he can do. The details. Always comes back to the details.
Coach, you said that you don't know with some of these young guys whether it's going to come tomorrow or next month.
Yeah.
Are you kind of going to have to be patient with these guys?
There's no question.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is, and it's it is what it is. I think it. We got really good coaches to keep that in perspective. You can just be so frustrated at times, but the kids are too. They want it right now, and we could back off and have 10 plays in and be a lot more efficient, but that's not going to help us in the long run.
Do you think that maybe fans should be patient too? This will be a better team as the season goes along.
I don't think those words go hand in hand, fans and patient. So, we'll get there. Yeah. We'll keep swinging, and they keep cheering, and we'll keep improving.
You said last year how hard it was, the first year, just transitioning. Okay, you're entering the second year. Are you kind of where you'd hope to be, or are you moving forward?
There's always, as a coach, there is always a new set of issues. There's just always a new set of issues. And, part of it is really good where we are right now in terms of moving forward as a team and those things. The negative is a lot of experience left us, and so we have some youth. So we work through those type of things, and, that's the dilemma that we're dealing with now. Not necessarily a dilemma, just the issue. It's just going to take some time.
Saturday sounded like a pretty extensive scrimmage.
Yeah.
What were your takeaways from there now?
I thought the guys played really hard. It was really... It was pretty clean for a first scrimmage. It looked a lot better than it did right there out of practice. Now again, we've added some more stuff, so we've kind of moved on. I thought our defense was really physical. I thought we did some decent things on offense. And so it was really good work. I mean, it was a lot of plays, and it was physical. And so that was really good to see.
It's an important milestone for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, and they were live. And so I think all those reps are good. Again, all those guys, the reps are good. Whether we're in 7-on-7 or live, but it's all good. But overall, as a team, it was good. I wish we could practice like that every day. But can't really do that.
I know we've asked a lot about timelines for the quarterbacks and stuff. Fall camp kind of officially ends at the end of this week. Do you hope, do you want to come into next week with at least a general idea?
Yeah, I would love to. But I mean, this thing may change week to week during the season. I mean, just the more you see this, these guys all have different things they're doing well, and other things that other guys do, and so we're just gonna, it really might play them all, and but we're not gonna worry about that. And they just need to worry about getting their game better, not worry about around them, how they can take the next step, and then we put it together, get ready to play that game, and then the next game we figure out where we are, and we'll do it again.
Jake specifically, if he's not the number one guy,
Yeah.
how difficult is that conversation on managing his red shirt and those kind of things?
Well, and we'll make no decisions early on guys that might play. I don't care if it's quarterback, O-line, whatever. We'll get into this thing, a handful of games before we say, because we'll still have a lot left. It's a valuable experience. So even if we have a true freshman who doesn't play in the first game, it doesn't mean he's redshirt. I'm not talking about Jake. We haven't made any decisions on anybody like that, but we've done that in the past.
Is it important for you to name that quarterback and give him some time, or, as you said, that this could go week to week?
Yeah, it is important. We'd love to be able to do that, but we're just not there. We're like they've done it last week, same thing. And, so that's a little bit of a dilemma. All these guys need the reps, and the ones that separated themselves, and so we're trying to kind of work them all in, and they might all have something. We'll just see.
When you go
Defensive
back
fronts.
and watch the tape from the past practices, what have you been seeing out of the guys who are competing for that quarterback spot?
Little highs and lows. I think the big thing, the lows with the quarterback, is the turnovers. The blatant turnovers. We had one yesterday where actually a defensive player made a really, really good play, and so you got to kind of look at it and say, "Wow, you tip your hat to the defense." Then you look at some other ones and you're like, "That just needs to be a way better decision." And so if we can minimize those poor decisions, we'll be in the ballpark.
Talk about your defensive front seven.
Yeah.
How they're coming together. You got some new ingredients there.
Yeah. We got some guys that can go, and I think there's some young guys that are stepping up, and I think Corey and Travis are playing good, and Tawny in there is playing good. Greg Gaines is making progress, and Jalen Johnson's doing a good job. And there's guys that they're getting better. We're, like I said, I think we're 8 days into it. What is this, 11 practices, something like that, and so we still got 11 more before we really start slowing down, and so if we can keep them healthy and keep practicing this hard, we'll make good strides.
Is there like a personality sort of coming forth with that defense? I mean, are they, is this a ball hawking group? Is this a physical group? Is this a fast group? What is the sort of the personality?
I hope it's all that. I hope it's like Seahawk defense. We're trying to get some of that over here. Like I said, when we played in the scrimmage, it was I thought it was really impressive. We had some guys. I mean, they were flying around now. I mean, there was some good tackling. There was some great efforts running, and I was really impressed. And sometimes those go in flashes, and if we can not flash and be consistent,
It seemed like